As we speak, our president, Donald Trump, is going to the Middle East on a public corruption tour. He's no less corrupt than Edwin Edwards of Louisiana. In fact, he's way more corrupt. Edwin Edwards took $400,000. Well, in the Middle East, Donald Trump will cement deals totaling in the billions in exchange for favorable treatment by the U.S. federal government for these Gulf countries. The key difference is that Donald Trump isn't hiding it like other corrupt officials are. He's not ashamed. He's not doing it in secret. His corruption is wildly public. And his hope is that by doing it publicly, he can con the American people into thinking that it's not corruption because he's not hiding it. But what he's doing in reality is no different than any other corrupt public official who does it in private, other than the fact that Trump's corruption, his foreign policy corruption, is just so much bigger in scope and the impact that it has on the American people than anything a corrupt mayor or a corrupt governor.
Senator Chris Murphy recently delivered a sharp rebuke on the Senate floor, accusing President Donald Trump of engaging in what he described as a public corruption tour during his current trip to the Middle East. Murphy argues that Trump's financial dealings with Gulf states like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE pose a direct threat to U.S. national security and violate core constitutional principles. According to Murphy, Trump's business ties to these countries are not hidden behind closed doors but are conducted openly, creating what he calls a massive conflict of interest. Murphy pointed to recent reports that the Trump Organization has secured a $5.5 billion real estate and golf course deal with Qatari partners, including a wealth fund closely linked to the Qatari government. This comes alongside news that Trump is set to receive a $400 million luxury aircraft from Qatar, potentially as a gift to his presidential library after he leaves office, a move that, according to Murphy, could violate the U.S. Constitution's Emoluments Clause, which prohibits federal officials from accepting gifts from foreign powers without congressional approval. Murphy also raised alarms about Trump's growing ties to the UAE, including a recent $2 billion cryptocurrency investment deal involving the Trump family. The deal was reportedly facilitated through Trump's crypto venture, World Liberty Financial, which counts Trump and his close associates as major shareholders.
For Qatar, we recently found out it's a $400 million luxury plane. This plane has been opulently configured for royal use. It's not a gift to the U.S. government. It's a personal gift to the president. The terms of the arrangement apparently include a stipulation that after Trump leaves office, it will be transferred to Trump, to his presidential library, which means Trump gets the so-called floating palace for himself. This is outrageous. We've never seen anything like this before in American history. The Trump Organization recently signed a $5.5 billion golf course and real estate deal with Dar Global and Qatari Dar, a firm established by Qatar's sovereign wealth fund. $5.5 billion. While Trump's in office. For Saudi Arabia, the price is also in the billions. Soon after leaving the White House, in Trump's first term, his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, created a private equity firm and got a $2 billion investment from Saudi Arabia. The board of the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund questioned whether this was smart to invest that much money in a totally unproven fund, but the Saudi crown prince himself overruled the board, undoubtedly seeing the political advantage of investing directly with the Trump family. But this was only the beginning. The Trump family has put things into overdrive during the second term. Within his first 3 weeks of office, Trump convened a meeting at the White House with the head of the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund, not to discuss matters of state, but to negotiate a deal between the PGA and the Saudi-backed LIV Golf Tour. You want to know why? To try to bring PGA tournaments back to Trump golf courses. Convene a meeting in the White House with the Saudis in order to enrich himself. In addition to the $5 billion Qatari real estate deal, the Trump Organization is also partnering with a Saudi firm on a $1 billion Trump-branded hotel and tower in Dubai. The property's website, this is like unbelievable. The property's website, this is a Trump-financed property along with a Saudi investment fund, offers free 10-year golden visas to the United States, hinting at the opportunity for investors in Trump's property to buy residency in the United States and a pathway to citizenship. For the UAE, the price is somewhere north of $2 billion. Last week, Eric Trump and World Liberty Financial co-founder Zach Witkoff spoke at a conference in Dubai on crypto called Token 2049. As an aside here, it's just so fantastic and bone-chilling how transparent these guys are in their use of public positions to enrich themselves.
Murphy argues that this arrangement, which he describes as blatant, risks compromising U.S. foreign policy by allowing foreign powers to buy influence over the president. Past U.S. presidents, including George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Joe Biden avoided such conflicts by placing their assets in blind trusts or fully divesting from personal business interests while in office. In stark contrast, Trump has openly pursued lucrative international deals, raising concerns about the potential impact on American foreign policy. Murphy's speech highlighted that these financial ties are not just symbolic but have real-world implications. For example, he pointed out that Trump's business interests might influence sensitive policy decisions, including recent reports that the Trump administration may ease restrictions on selling advanced U.S. semiconductor technology to the UAE, a move that could have significant national security implications given the UAE's close ties to China. As Trump's Middle East tour continues, Senator Murphy's sharp critique underscores the ongoing challenge of maintaining ethical standards in American politics and ensuring that U.S. leaders are held accountable for their actions.